Swim, bike, run, keeping it real with Garrick Loewen, Jackson Laundry, and Nicholas Chase. Plus everyone's favorite host, Lisa Becharas. This is the Real Triathlon Podcast. Training, racing, no filter, all hard.
And we are back with the fastest hour in triathlon. Again, Lisa, take us in. Give us some intros.
Guys, right here, we're all here today. Jackson Laundry's on the pod, Garrick Loewen, and Charles Leclerc. Who is that? Is that?
You don't watch Formula One?
Oh,
F1?
No, I don't.
He's like the sexiest man in Formula One.
Is he the one that goes like, real athletes sweat, bloop, bloop, bloop? Like, have you seen that meme? No.
It might be him. He would. I mean, he does sweat.
Okay, that's good. Also, I think you need to put your hat backwards back on with your ears sticking out because you're 10% more attractive, right, Jackson? If you have sticky outy ears, it's like a thing all the girls go for. So,
all right, committed the whole show now.
Guys, okay, what's been going on? Garrick's taking pregnancy photos.
Garrick, your baby bump was almost paralleled with your wife's.
Yeah, well, it was like 2 weeks ago when I sent you that picture from her baby shower. I think we were pretty close. She's taken off a bit recently.
You got to keep up, man. What are you going to do about it?
I know. Hey, I've been trying. You know, I like before we left for our baby moon, whenever that was, like 4 weeks ago or something, I'd finally gotten under 190 pounds. And then all this stuff happened, and I weighed myself yesterday, 197.3, unfortunately.
Just water weight.
Yeah, you can lose that overnight.
It's just water weight. I mean, the baby's only like 5 pounds at this point, so I don't know why I would have added 8, but...
But this is are we within a month of the due date?
We are 6 weeks on, I think Friday will be 6 weeks from them. Or we were 6 weeks last Friday, something like that.
Who's counting?
When is it?
Yeah,
when
exactly.
is it like okay for the baby to come? Like when you in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
They'd be fine
Yeah.
now, I'm pretty sure.
She could come now. The 37 weeks is technically full term from what I've been told.
So a couple more weeks. Let the baby cook
but
a little
the
bit.
due date is July 17th. So I guess full term is not this weekend coming up, but the weekend after that, and then we're 3 weeks
Will
from
she be
the due
born
date.
exactly to the day 40 years after Nicholas Chase? Now that's
Yeah.
the real question.
Come on. We got under over July 18th. Let's hit it. Come on. I'm putting $1,000 July 18th. Going.
July 18th. I want her to come like now. I'm so ready for it. Everything's ready. We have
For
everything.
you guys to spend more money on baby stuff.
It's so insane, man. The cost of stuff and like talking to my brother-in-law about the cost of like when they bought stuff for their first baby in 2021, like it's not even fair. Like we spent $150 on a play gym yesterday, and I'm like $150 on a play gym, and it was like the same one that they got, but it's researched and stuff for their development.
Why aren't you
And I'm
getting
like,
used
oh,
stuff, man? Why aren't you getting hand-me-down stuff? Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did get a lot of hand-me-down stuff from my sister and stuff, but still. And like my wife likes all the good stuff, the expensive stuff.
Well, my parents kept most of my shit that I don't know why they kept. So if you want any of that, I can take some pictures.
40 years old.
It's good toys, man. There's like some trucks and stuff in there. Hey, is it more expensive to buy all the baby stuff or to enter as a beginner into triathlon? What do you think?
Probably. Well, I mean, it depends who your wife is. I think.
Ooh, we love you, Morgan. All
All right, guys. What everyone's been waiting for
Jackson.
all week.
Hey,
Jackson.
bud.
I don't know why anybody wants to hear from the amateur aquathlete.
We do.
Well, I haven't run yet, but this week I'm planning to attempt my first walk run on Sunday.
Yes.
So I haven't had any new setbacks with stuff since it's been like 10, 11 days now. So it's actually, which sounds like a long time, but like it takes that long to go from being kind of annoying to walk to like good walking, good biking, good doing everything. So
Did you get your MRI with freaking whatever the contrast?
I did not get that because that was going to be like $1,400, and
Ooh, dirty.
it was going to be potentially like the place that I was able to get the appointment at that I didn't end up booking it. They're like, and if you cancel it, you still have to pay us 25% no matter how much notice you give us. I'm like, this is dumb. I'm not doing that. It was a whole business that is run by a Canadian doctor who lives in Buffalo, and his whole business, or at least like a lot of the marketing, is based around marketing to Canadians who come across the border to pay for healthcare so that they can actually get it quickly.
That's dirty.
It's a complete, I don't even, whatever. I mean, we should just allow some of these clinics here. Like, we already have physio and dental and stuff that's not covered. It's not a fully private system, no matter what people tell you. So, like, we might as well just have some businesses in Canada that can help us get stuff quicker. That's not going to be $1,500 maybe, and it's going to alleviate stuff off the Canadian system. But anyways,
you can't even get an MRI machine in Canada. If you're like a doctor, you're like, yeah, I'll give you about, I got $600K if you want to just send me one. They're like, nope, we can't do it.
I thought we did have some private MRI ones like in Toronto and stuff.
I looked into that and I like couldn't figure that out. I don't know if it's like kind of sketchy behind closed door situation or what.
No.
But
it is legal. I know it's legal.
Okay.
To do it.
Well, I don't know.
It is legal.
Anyways,
So you could fly on over to Colorado, $450, MRI, whatever you want.
yeah.
3 contrast, double contrast. They don't even care.
Well, tomorrow I'm going to go see an osteopath because whenever standard treatment doesn't make sense and the healing doesn't make sense, you got to try treatment that on the surface level doesn't seem to make sense, but there's probably something to it. So
He's going to use energy to figure it out. He's going to
Yeah.
wait. He's like, hey, your bones are talking to me, man. And they're like kind of pissed
I
off.
got this referral from a guy who's like major skeptic on any stuff like that. And he's like, yeah, I've never thought it would work, but then I tried it, and I can't believe how well it worked. So you never know. But I'm not. I'm just like, okay, this will cost me $100, and worst case scenario, it doesn't do anything, and I'm still healing, and I'm still going to work into return to run this week. And then if that doesn't work, if I can't do 30-second run, 2.5-minute walk times
Don't even
5
say
or
it.
6.
Don't you can. Don't even go there. Don't even do it.
If I can't, then I'm going to be a professional aquathlete. But I'm pretty confident I'll be able to do it. So let's just, stay positive.
You're
Yes.
going to do it. Okay, well, Lisa, what's next on your agenda?
Guys, I'm racing in a week from today. This is like big deal.
What are you doing?
TT Nationals.
How long is that, and what's the course?
It's 33 kilometers. I think that's like just under 20 miles.
Yeah, right around 20.
And it is in Charleston, West Virginia. It's a 2-loop course, pancake flats. Right, it's right next to a river. Pretty good road quality, and all the like big hitters from like U.S. cycling time trial world will like be there. Besides Chloe Dygert, who's multiple time like world champion, and I think she finished 3rd in the time trial at Paris. So
Is Taylor Knibb going to be there?
She is. Nib is going to be there, which will be fun. So yeah, Kirsten Faulkner, the 2-time gold medalist from Paris in the road race and stuff. So I'm super excited.
Fangirl at all? You get some signatures on your helmet or something like that?
I don't think so, but maybe they'll like fangirl me. I don't know. Am I a big deal?
Well,
2-time gold medalist
during
is
your
pretty sick.
travel, you better take some of this vitamin C from Pillar and make sure you're safe and healthy.
I know. I just told Steve he has a couple shifts coming up, and I told him you're not allowed to like bring home any diseases from the ER this week.
What's the right way to drink out of a mouth this big? Is it like you have to...
The whole thing over.
Looks like you're drinking something.
It's very
Why is it
Fluorescent.
neon yellow?
Mountain Dew.
Is that lemon lime or banana?
It's
Do they have banana?
Not a lot of banana flavored drinks.
No, but I do like when
like-
there are.
That would be the worst flavor. Like banana
Yeah, it
flavored
was
candy
good.
is awful.
It was good as the antibiotic or whatever that you get as a kid when you get an ear infection. Banana flavor.
We did not have banana flavor.
No, we
Yeah,
had
I don't
actual
remember
good
banana
flavors.
flavor.
We don't have
that was so
bullshit
good.
Canadian banana flavors.
We had cherry and grape.
Yeah, we had like lauded and applauded flavors like, blueberry. And
Hey, don't
things of
sleep
that
on the
nature.
freaking banana. It was good, okay?
Look, a
All right.
banana
Blueberry.
runt though. Okay, can we talk about a banana Laffy Taffy real quick? Come on.
It's good.
Yeah.
Get at it. All right.
Yeah.
Jackson,
It's
you're
good.
onto something with that, but I don't know if I could handle a whole drink of it.
But it was like a thicker drink. It was like almost like a smoothie type texture, but it was obviously not cold.
Ew.
It was good. Anyway, Nick, what's going on with you? How you been doing for challenge Roth?
4 weeks out.
4 weeks out. So it's like inevitable this time of year. Everyone wants to do everything. Everyone wants to have clinics and meet up, and all these 4 or 5 athletes come out of the woodwork and they're like, hey, let's have some consultations and maybe you'll coach me. And so it's just been real busy. And then I'm getting a lot more offers. Like every day I get a sick paid offer. I don't know what this time of the year people are just trying to pay me money to do stuff. And some of the stuff I can't do because it's illegal, but whatever. I'll do the legal stuff.
The peptides.
Training. What's that?
A lot of peptide offers.
No, yeah. I mean, there are some peptide offers. I'm like, are you guys serious? We can't be taking peptides up in here.
Nicholas Chase, sponsored by Enhanced.
Yeah. I will say this Monday, I was like raring and tearing. I took Nomeo at night. I took it in the morning, and I was real excited to go hammer out this King of the Mountain attempt again up Mesa Road where I did that Everesting. And I couldn't even hold like 300 watts. I was so smashed that day. I slept a little ass, and it just wasn't a good day for threshold. But I also realized that I don't know if this is real anymore, this zone 2 talk about whatever zone 2 even is. I don't know. But all I know is I'm putting out 305 to 310 watts sustained on these climbs or doing efforts. And my heart rate's like 138 now. It's like such a low heart rate. And it's high. It's like 70, 80s. And then even running like 350 per K, I'm like at 138 beats per minute. Like my zone 2 is just crept up. It's such a good threshold. But on the counter side of that, I just still have like this pushing high heart rate stuff hurts so much worse than it ever has. Like today I did 4 by 1 mile, and I think I was only coming in at like 5:10 to 5:13 pace. And I couldn't, and it was supposed to be 10K effort. I probably could have pushed it all out and gone faster, but like, I think my heart rate, we only got to like 150. Like to get my heart rate to 160 or 170 right now, like I don't even know what I'd have to do. I think I would have to be like in labor, dragging a cart, getting in an argument with my wife, and trying to pedal the bike or something.
Well,
I don't know.
You should figure out what is your max heart rate now, because it might only be 175 or something.
Well, Garmin estimated it today based off of those, because I wore the power meter and then a chest strap. It estimated my max heart rate was like 182. So I think I pushed it pretty good today. I didn't actually look at the heart rate data,
That
but
sounds right. We always used to have the same heart rates on our efforts, or whatever, and I think my max is around that number. Might only be 180 now.
But I don't know the last time I saw a 180. I mean, even when I did that last Monday King of the Mountain attempt, I think I got to like 170, and I felt like I couldn't do it. Couldn't go any harder. I needed like an adrenaline shot.
Do you think you're too tired? Because
Probably.
one of the things that happens like physiologically when you're like reaching an overtrained status is your heart rate doesn't move as much. So
Nah, fuck that. No, we just keep going and pushing and
All right,
keep on pushing.
Here's an AI suggestion for how to do a max heart rate test.
All right, what's Lionel Sanders
A
coach say?
maximal uphill running test. Simple
I
protocol.
should do that.
Warm up thoroughly for 20 to 30 minutes. Find a hill that takes 2 to 4 minutes to climb hard. Do 2 to 3 progressively harder efforts uphill with easy recovery between. On the final effort, go all out for 2 to 3 minutes. In the last 30 to 60 seconds, continue accelerating if possible. This sounds horrible.
Yeah, that sounds real hurty. Oh man! But beyond that, training's been good. I'm gonna go to Park City next week for a bit and get a little bit of schmaltitude, and then fly out of Salt Lake City to Roth. I'm leaving a day later than normal. Normally I leave on Monday and get there Tuesday, but I'm leaving
Tuesday
and getting there Wednesday. I think that's what I did. Yeah,
And that's a
Ooh.
9-hour change?
something like that. But normally, like
I think it's 6.
yeah, no, I think it's
no,
8.
for you
I'm on
because you're
mountain time.
It should be 8 because you're in
It doesn't take me long to switch though. Like after 2 days, I'm pretty hanging on there. Like just get up at 5 a.m. no matter what.
Okay.
Who are you staying with? Are you traveling with anybody?
Nope. I'm the only version of myself, and my whole family just doesn't care. They don't join me on these trips.
I want to say Tommy Foster, athlete I coach. You've met Tom.
Yeah. The good news is I do have probably like 5 or 6 athletes on RTS who are coming.
Oh, sweet.
They'll have
Lily.
families who will probably take care of me.
That'll be good.
I'm staying with the same homestay I have the last few years. They're awesome. The only thing I got to ask them if we can get like a mattress cover over there, because like Europeans, they just like, this is a bed. It feels like a desk, but it's a mattress. It's very hard. I need something a little softer. But yeah, it's all been good. Ish.
Like it.
Well, should we get into the theme of today's episode?
What is that, Lisa?
Questions.
Jackson.
Oh, Lisa, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, we reached out to our loyal Instagram followers, and asked you guys for questions, just what you want us to answer on the pod. And we got an overwhelming amount of responses, which was, some were great.
Thousands upon thousands.
Some were great, some weren't great. And we'll try to answer as many as we can.
And you have to answer in an accent, and you have to change your accent every
All
time.
right, that's not gonna. Okay.
I love
That'll get
it.
us canceled.
Canadian, relatively light accent.
No, mate, you gotta go Joe Skip on that one, mate. You gotta get right in that.
People fresh hold.
All right, question. Lisa, you can handle the questions, and we can all just try to not spend forever answering it.
All right. The first questions we're tackling is from Listy Try. I'm going to butcher every single one of these.
And she also listens and says that we're a great conversational piece to listen to during training. So thank you, Lisa.
I appreciate it. Thanks for listening. She asked, how to mentally handle getting older and not progressing anymore. I don't know. This is not something I've encountered. So maybe Nick, can you?
I feel targeted here.
Yeah, but then you got better this year. So
Yeah, I was gonna say this is you're like having one of your best years ever.
Yeah, hypothetically, I guess if I was
How to
getting
handle
older
it?
and
Just
wasn't-
get faster.
I think everyone, and this is something I've thought about. Everybody is going to hit a point when you will work harder and still not get better. Your FTP will not increase. You won't be able to run that top end VO2 threshold anymore. And I think, and I've coached a lot of athletes like that. And I think you just have to forget about it. Like you can't look in the rearview mirror too much. You can't compare yourself to people half your age. You've got to kind of change your outlook on what you want to get out of this sport and lifestyle and transition to just competing against your age group, because they're still dealing with the same shit you are, just in your age group. And you had your time, I'll have my time when there's no chance of me ever going, we'll probably see like a 320 half Ironman or something like that. Like probably no chance I'll be able to do that, bastards, but maybe a 340, who knows? So I think that's my personal opinion in coaching older athletes and also getting older myself.
I think
This
I
is
can
a
kind of
problem I
answer
like to
this.
just not think about because I don't.
Yeah.
I'm in denial of my inevitable aging.
So I've had a similar thought about this recently, just in like the past and like how much time I used to have to dedicate to the sport and just in general in training and then recovering. And I don't think I'm ever going to be able to do that again. So when I think about racing, I think about, well, I did all that and there's so many goals that I never accomplished in this sport, right? So it's like, am I ever going to be able to accomplish that? Am I ever going to be the best? No, I'm not going to be the best, ever again. Or I'll never be the best. I'll never be a world champion. Never even got close. Never even made a world champs. But I'm thinking about like, okay, what keeps me engaged in this sport? And it's just like, what do you love about the sport? You can still do that. You can still enjoy everything you're doing in the sport and just like really lean into what you love about the sport and what gets you excited and forget about the performance so much. Just like do what you can and you're still going to love it.
I'll take all the money that you would normally spend on the sport and traveling and all the stuff, and just donate it to a pro athlete who needs to start their career, and make sure that they got the best foot forward. And then look at your family and be like, I got everything I could ever need.
It's still fun as heck, even if you're not going as fast as you were going, even if you're slowly regressing every year, you still go out and have a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still get to train with all your friends, if you can, would be nice. You still get to go to races with all your friends, and as you progress, you're still competing in different age group too, right?
That's what I'm so happy that they have is age group categories, because your whole age group is aging, so you get to kind of compete within those age group versus like overall, and I think that's potentially a good comparison.
And you're still like, almost the older you get, even though you're slowing down in absolute terms, in relative terms, you're such a beast compared to the average person your age. And like, you go to the pool and it's just like, oh my God, you do so much. I just like do a water walk. Like, you get people, I guarantee you got people thinking that at the pool, regardless of whether they say it or not. And
you're still going to be the fittest person in the room.
Yeah.
You're just going to walk in, they're still going to be the fittest person in the room. All right,
And
on to the next question.
Real quick side tangent, guys, when we're all done and like retired and stuff, can we just choose one event to do every year all together? And like, it'll be fun, and we can, I don't know if we'll really race it, but we'll participate.
As long as it's in Ibiza.
Deal. Okay. Next, I like this question. What data, this is from Kyle Meyer, Multisport. What data are you using during race day? Power, heart rate, RPE, or a combination of everything?
Ooh, Jackson, you go first.
All right. RPE is what dictates pretty much everything. I don't wear a watch even on the run, which a lot of people do. I have power there. I try not to let it dictate too much of what I'm doing. If anything, usually it will, if I'm like feeling kind of like I'm pushing hard, but the numbers aren't. Sometimes I have this issue where I start the bike and I just feel a bit lethargic. So if I'm like, oh, I'm going pretty hard, and then I'm only doing like 310 or 320, I'm like, okay, you got to up it a little bit here at the start of the bike. And more often than not, I can always do a bit more. Or at the same time, if I'm feeling really good, sometimes it's just too high. And so it's more just like that reality check of like, here's what you're actually doing. But I don't really use it to like dictate much beyond the first little bit. And then a little bit of motivation later in the bike to be like, all right, don't let it fade too much. Check in on it every once in a while to see that you're still kind of pushing it.
Yeah. Data's good for accountability, but it shouldn't be the only thing that dictates the success of your race, because it's just a time trial at the end of the day. So getting there the fastest possible way is key. And if you're focused too much on power and you're blowing yourself up and then you can't run, then you've ruined that whole race against time situation.
Yeah, I'd agree. I pretty much only use power, kind of opposite as you, Jackson, to keep myself in check, because usually when I get on the bike, developing power is not my issue. It's usually like, oh, I want to get after it and I have to hold myself back a little bit. Yeah.
Some people are beasts, I guess, and some people are not.
Okay. Lisa, you don't have to say who asked the question, because I feel like you're going to put some of these people on blast, and they might, going through the questions, they might not want their names attached to it. Yeah.
I'll only share when I want to share it.
Yes.
Okay. Next question. Do any of you want to be celebrity racers at an adaptive 5K next year? I mean, that sounds fun, but I'm not a celebrity. Like, what is,
what's an
like, do they pair us with celebrities?
What's an adaptive 5K?
I don't know. I would assume that means like, it's for athletes who are missing, like para athletes, like missing limbs or have some sort of,
designated so that participants of all abilities can walk, run, roll, or row.
Okay. Yeah. So it's like kind of like like a para 5K.
Yeah.
Para track.
It'd be like a fun event.
Fun.
That'd be great.
Yeah, cover our
I would
flights.
say that would be fun, and if any of us are somewhat close by to that, might be open to it.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
like
give me a Jersey Mike sandwich and we'll consider it. It'd be awesome.
The stuff Nick's done for a Jersey Mike sandwich.
Hey,
Next question. Who are the best role models in the triathlon space as pros you see behind the scenes? So I don't know, do you guys have role models within the sport?
Craig Alexander, always and forever. Always Crowy for me.
Colin Chartier.
Fuck out of here.
Get out of here, Garrick. Fired.
You know what though? Like to play off of that, even though it was a joke, how he's transitioned out of the sport and like kind of revitalized, just like totally rediscovered himself, I actually think is legitimately good. Like
I'm just glad he left.
Yeah.
Well, he's coming. I think he's going to come race age group. He's not going to be like competitive, winning everything or whatever. But you could see that there was something when he was an athlete that just wasn't him being himself, and he just kind of like went on some, literally went on like a hike quest thing, and now he does this like breathing stuff. But it seems to be actually like what he wants to be doing, and he seems happier. So I'm not going to say he's a role model. But I will devil's advocate for Colin Chartier. I do think as like someone who gets caught doping, since that moment he's done everything well, and I respect the way he's handled that compared to some athletes who are like, oh, whatever, I'll just come back and it'll be great.
That could be a whole show in itself. Is like, where are they now? Caught as a doper, and what happened?
Yeah, but I just don't even want to talk about him anymore.
Okay, well, who's your role model then, Lisa?
I don't know.
What? Not Meredith Kessler?
Okay,
Not
well, I'll
Rennie?
go then.
I mean, probably. Yeah, go ahead, Jackson.
I'll go. I really look up to the Matt Hansen's a great one for me.
Oh, shit.
In the sport in terms of someone doing everything I view right, and he's just such a good athlete still, and
I should have
he's
said
just such a good person, a good family man, good in that way. I do look up to people based off how they like race and to an extent, but I'm not like, oh, who's the fastest guy? Okay, they must be the best. Like, not. And I do actually respect the Norwegians a ton and like what they do, and I look up to like the way they train and whatnot. But Matt Hansen's my main.
I want to
guy right
glaze
now on
Matt
top of
Hansen
mine.
up a little bit too. He's just a gem. You know how much of a gem he is? I just asked him casually. I was like, "Hey, dude, do you think those cloud booms are going to take me to glory at Roth?" And he's like, "What size are you?" And he sent me a pair.
Oh,
What a guy!
I will say, have you ever ridden in a car with Matt Hansen?
Yeah, for sure. In South Africa, when we almost like got taken off the road, so a little scary.
Yeah, I only say that I rode with him in a car in California. I was scared, not.
Oh yeah,
You were
Matt's
scared?
such a good guy.
Yeah.
He's a good
So
driver.
I did clinicals in Colorado, and Jack was like, "Hey, Matt, do you think Garrett can stay at your house for 3 weeks?" And he's like, "Sure thing. I got a whole bedroom in the basement. You can use my treadmill and my trainer and just stay here for 3 weeks." And we every night watched the Olympics together and stuff. Yeah, it was pretty cool. He was good.
God, I love Matt Hansen. Thanks
I
for
just
bringing
wish-
him up, Jackson.
I just wish he lived closer in Colorado because he lives so far away in Castle Rock.
Did you figure out who yours is yet before we move on, Lisa?
I was gonna say, I kind of take this in a different direction and I don't really know this person really well, but I think I would love them to be my training partner in an ideal world because I think they just come across as like super fun, and that would be India Lee. I think she'd be like really fun.
She does make some good content. She's cute, she's funny, and she's authentic.
Like down to earth. She seems pretty down to earth. But I would say like from a triathlon like racing perspective, someone I've looked up to is Rennie. And I got Rennie on the tail end of her career, so I would probably say a different Rennie than when she was winning her world titles. I got Rennie that was already like a mom, and her priorities have shifted. And it was just cool to see, like, she's like, I don't know, when I'm tired, I'm tired and I won't do whatever training. I don't feel bad about just like saying, fuck it, I'm good, altering things. And she just kind of approached it with like a good maturity. And she's also like, I just want to go home and like be with my babies.
Yeah, that's some mom flexing right there. I see a lot of that goodness. All right.
Nice.
All right.
So Garrick, you're going with Colin Chartier?
No, I'm gonna go with if I really had to pick, I think I would say Andrew York. Just because he he
Like
was he was the
ultimate patties?
guy. He was on the
Canadian
Canadian
Olympian.
Olympic team, and we trained side by side with him in Guelph, and I was a junior, and he was always in the pool and just freaking hammering all the time, and he gave me a lot of advice as just being a bigger, like, framed athlete. He gave me a bunch of advice, and anytime I asked him questions, he's always there. And unfortunately, he crashed at the Olympics, but now he's a cop. So
Yeah.
All right.
I like it.
Yeah, he's a good one.
All right, next question. Leading up to a race, does it make sense to do open water swims more than once a week?
Depends. Depends on if you're scared or if you're weak at it. Depends.
If you're skilled at sighting, drafting, all that stuff, I would say maybe once a week is probably pretty good for the last few weeks. Or if you want to start it later, then maybe you do 2 like in the last 2 weeks, or like 2 a week for the last 2 weeks or something. But like Nick said, if you're struggling with it, twice a week for a while might be good, because you're going to gain a lot of confidence from that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm this guy's coach, so I got your back, dude. Don't worry about it. Got your back.
Listen to Nick. He will tell you what to do.
Yeah, you ask me the question next time, and then we ask a better question on the podcast.
None of Nick's athletes are allowed to ask questions.
You got to ask me.
All right.
Okay.
who's Next.
Next question. What would your walkout song be?
Oh, man. Probably
I
Vanessa
would-
Carlton.
I would not have a walkout song. I would walk out in dead silence.
No, that's
you
not
wouldn't.
fun.
You'd walk out to a fart.
Probably our intro song.
Podcast.
Yeah, that's so funny. That'd be awesome. I don't know if I have this one nailed down right now.
That'd be a tough one. You'd have to
Oh,
kind of like try a few.
Yeah.
But what about the Nickelback Animals? That's a good one.
That would be
How
yours
does
for
that go?
sure.
I've been jamming that one on bike workouts for years now.
How does it go? What's
Oh, it's too dirty.
like the chorus though? I don't know the reference.
Just
If you
acting
get
like
singing.
we're animals, no matter where we go, because everybody.
the
We can't
guitar.
go anymore because we'll get copyrighted.
Nick, what would yours be?
I don't know. I honestly have too many songs in my repertoire, but might be "What Making My Way Downtown" by Vanessa Carlton. I don't
Yeah.
know. Just it might
Pretty
be.
sure it's called 1,000 Miles.
No, I changed it.
I think at least the one that always pops to my mind is the "Pour Some Sugar on Me, Baby." Pour
That's
some
Def Leppard.
sugar on me.
Good. Okay. So Garrick's Silence, Lisa's Def Leppard, Jackson's Animals, and mine's 1,000 Miles. Got it.
Got it. Good one. Okay, guys, you have a catastrophic bike mechanical during a race, and it caused you to DNF. How do you deal with it?
You just move on. Like you
Yeah.
couldn't control it. Nothing you did was the problem, unless you did cause the problem. Then you probably need to administer your tactics there. But
We're probably
if it's
talking about
catastrophic-
the race this weekend where there was
in Hamburg.
somebody put this
Oh.
freaking metal shards on the road, and a lot of people had to bike issues because of that. But
you got to move on. You can't fix it. All you can do is focus on how you're going to make it better for the next opportunity. And shit always works out. No matter what, it always works out.
give yourself, if you have a hard time letting go of stuff, give yourself a time frame that's not too long where you're like, I'm allowed to bitch about this for as much as I want in this time frame. I suggest, like, I don't know, 24 hours, something like that. For me, when I have a bad race, I try to just be like, I can complain about it as much as I want till the end of today. And then after that, I'm going to just be done with it and then move on from it. And yeah, at least you can take the little extra recovery maybe into another race or another better training block or something, hopefully.
They offered free accommodation, I think, and some perks for that race for all the people who had problems. So that was nice of them.
That was very nice of them.
Yeah, I did see that.
Go Scott DeRue.
All right, I got.
But yes,
so
that
this
was
is
very
exactly how I would respond.
What was that?
Do you
That
know
was,
that's Ferris also tan and like 2000 whatever when he got like 4 flats in Kona. He breaks down crying on the side of the road. You guys don't, that's like such an iconic moment.
I remembered the voice. I just couldn't place it.
Man, Ferris Sultan, what a legend. We picked him up on the way to a pool in Puerto Rico once, just randomly. He was like 6 miles into a walk to the pool. And we're like, we should probably give that guy a ride. It was awesome.
That's sick.
All right, next
All
question.
right. Next question. I'm going to skip a couple. What race nutrition do you suggest for athletes you coach? Super high carbs? Do any of you recommend the low carb keto diet?
I haven't recommended anyone do any keto, low carb, super starch in many years. And I've tried all of that stuff to see if I would want to recommend it. And I think even the census of every athlete who's performing really well is high carb is really working well for most people. Even medium carb is pretty good.
Yeah, I think also it correlates to your output, like your energetic output. So if you're an athlete who's putting out 300 watts on the bike versus an athlete that's putting out 100 watts, your energy expenditure, I mean, we could take in like what watts per kilogram that is, or like your caloric kilojoules are going to be vastly different. And the person pushing that higher kilojoules is going to require some more energy. So I don't know. I think a good standard for most amateur triathletes is between that like 70 to 100 grams per hour range.
I think 100 is even too high for most people who are in that like 5+ hour or even, for half, and then like over that 11, 12 hour on fulls. Like I see a lot of people get a lot of
around the 70s.
Yeah, they get a lot of stuff stuck in their gut, and it doesn't really feel good. Especially, I've been working with a lot of ultra runners lately too, especially doing a lot of sodium testing. And those who try high carb with ultras doesn't seem to go too well. Specifically, I've seen a lot of Martin problems. Like Martin gels don't do well over 10 to 12 hours for a lot of people. So I think test it, and then you'll know. Got to test it.
And honestly, precision's pretty darn good if you're not sure what to test in terms of a base, like a
good
baseline one to test, because it's not too thick, it's not too heavy, it's simple flavor. At least this is showing off for blanks.
Blanks could be, there if you're looking for the, one of the Walmart.
No frills option.
We love Mike Archie.
Oh, did you? Somebody muted.
Lisa, you're muted.
I muted myself.
You were cursing too much.
Yeah. No, but seriously, try something that's not too heavy on the flavor and stuff if you want to see if you can get your intake higher, and test it in your training. Obviously, you don't want to have to go through a huge amount of sports nutrition all the time in your training if it's expensive, but try it for like a key session, your longest ride and run of the week or something, and see if you can increase your intake a little bit. And then on race day, don't do like way more than you did in training. That's like the main key.
Yeah.
That'll never work out.
Side tangent, my dog was dehydrated one time, and they put this like fluid pouch on the back of their hip under their skin that was like going to slow absorb over time. I'm waiting for that to come on into the triathlon scene. Just like, I'm going to start the race with like an extra 2 pounds of liquid just on my quads or something. Burn it all off.
We talked about this with Ben Canute. Like, if we didn't have to take on, like, physically, like, drink or eat anything, like, you just had, like, a freaking IV hooked up in the pouch, like, back, like, it would reduce the complexity of triathlon and just endurance sports by so much.
Yeah.
You don't have to think about it. You just go.
You charge less money, though, so that wouldn't work.
Yeah, that's true. Less sponsorship space, I guess, as well.
Next one's a good one.
Yeah. You want to read it?
Yeah, that's a really good one.
How many calories has Jack Snacks eaten while recording the podcast? Come on, Jack. What's your biggest meal been so far while driving her in you?
The most I've actually eaten during a podcast.
It's got to be pasta.
2 tubs of ice cream.
Did I do that once? No way. I've never done
maybe
2.
one.
A whole B&J.
I've definitely done over 1,000 during a podcast for sure. I'm trying to think of if I've done close to 2, but that's like a pushing it meal. So
you gotta think back too, because we're like 258 episodes in here, boys and girls.
Probably a full tub of Ben and Jerry's non-dairy, which is actually higher calories because it's like coconut and it's higher fat. probably that, and then along with some other snacks, probably hit like 1,500 in a pod.
Well done,
Today,
sir.
none though. By the way, not even a single bite of nothing.
Yeah.
No, I don't have anything. I ate my dinner.
Well, once we're done with this, I'm getting pizza. So let's keep going.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Would anyone consider doing a self-supported multi-day bike race like ATZ 750 or Tour Divide?
Maybe when I'm like 50.
Yeah, I was going to say not in this stage of my life, but maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I really.
There's some like 200, 250 milers that sound pretty good. Like there's one Low to Jaw, that's a big one out west, and I don't know, Salt to Saint. There's a couple big ones there. I would do it on a team, maybe of like a 2-man.
Yeah, I think it comes for me. It comes down to sleep. Like I really enjoy sleeping, and I'm not someone who functions well off of little sleep. So
I just don't know if I could take that much time off work.
It kind of
I
bothers
would
me
love
when,
to
like,
do it.
it bothers me when these long races are basically determined by who decides to sleep and destroy themselves to the most extreme. You're like, this guy has only slept 2 hours and 32 days, and gosh damn it, he won. And
Yeah, I'm not.
It's
strict on the
definitely
sleep deprivation.
But it definitely interests me to see how far I could like push myself in that regard.
yeah, let's find out. That's your next journey, bud. Have a kid, and then
Cocodona 250 next year, Garrick.
yeah,
Yeah.
ride the
it.
divide, man.
Okay.
Are you done your questions yet? Or I don't even know where these are coming from anymore.
Hold on. Let's
These are
get
from-
back to walk me through your morning nutrition before a half and a full Ironman. Or a full Ironman. One or the other.
Garrick's dog's about to murder somebody. Jeez. Okay, I'll go real quick since I'm doing an Ironman. I will have 3 waffles with maple syrup, probably like 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, maybe even more on each, but a little bit of butter. And then I always have an Ensure with me for race breakfast, and then a Nomeo. That's about 120-ish. Oh, and a banana, probably 120 to 130 grams of carbohydrates. And I do that 3 hours before the race. Yeah, that's my go-to. Waffles is my go-to.
Yeah, I do similar. I do like white bread, 1 egg, a little bit of a recovery drink mix that has protein and carbs, and then some juice usually. And I always try to get minimum 100 grams of carbs, ideally like 120 to 150.
Lisa?
I've never raced an Ironman, so I don't know.
Oh, about a half.
I do the same for both. Like you're just loading. For me, I just load up as much as I can for either. It's the same.
Yeah.
I
Do you eat,
usually
Lisa?
do. No, I don't. I
Oh.
just eat a lot the day before, and then I starve myself. Do a little fasting.
3 ketones?
No, but I'm right now. I'm really struggling because Whole Foods. We used to buy these English muffins that were like the 365 brand, and they were pretty cheap. They were like $2.50 per like 6 of them, and they got rid of that brand. They like changed it, and
Thanks,
I,
Amazon.
it's awful. Anyways, but normally I would eat one of those English muffins. I'd actually try to eat 2 of them because 1 is not enough. Banana, and then I drink sports drink because I really struggle to want to eat a ton race morning.
Nobody wants to eat. Anyone who says that shit, I want to slap you. Nobody
No, I
wants
know.
to eat that
Come on,
much.
Lisa.
But
That is a
it makes-
choice.
It makes me like nauseous.
So
And I
stop.
don't
That's a
wanna-
choice.
I don't want to be vomiting,
You won't.
before the race. So.
It's a
Feel
trainability thing.
horrible for like 2 hours because you feel just like that, and then as it's finally digests and settles, you feel great.
It does
Maybe.
suck.
I'm-
But 6 times a
gotta do
year,
it.
that's about it.
It's a science.
I'm just gonna drink my Nomeo. I took it for my past 2 TTs, and I hate the taste of it. Some
I
people
didn't
like it.
either.
I don't like the
No.
taste of it, but it's something you just get down. 3
I
hours.
don't think it's supposed to taste good.
Well, here's the thing with Nomeo Jackson. I had the same shit. I was like, "This is gross," and then like he was like, "No, man, look, I just drink all of it like nectar," and he like even put a little water in the bottom. He's like, "I gotta get all of it out of there." And then he was talking about how good it was. Now, like I had one yesterday or 2 days ago, and I was like, "Yeah, these aren't that bad. These taste pretty good."
Yeah,
Maybe
you
they
definitely
grow.
develop a
It's, an
acquired
acquired,
taste
it's like
for it.
coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For my race morning, I just eat as much white rice as I can. and then
Nice.
I take like one of those, like, I guess not Ensures, but the Premier Protein stuff,
Yeah.
and that's it. And then I sip on sport drink and have a gel before a race.
It's got to be something you can get in most countries or travel with, like, somehow. Like, it's got to be easy.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't measure out the rice. I just eat as much as I can.
All right. That's a pretty good synopsis of that one. Who are the new white kits that we're wearing and showing off going to be available to buy? Well, they were available to buy, and we talked about it a lot, and we probably had them on sale for like 4 weeks, so I'm sorry you missed it. But they're going to be available again at the end of the year. They are I got to say, they're pretty dope, those white kits. I love them.
I've
It's our
had a
fault.
lot
We
of
don't,
compliments.
when we're doing like product drops and stuff, we'd never talk about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
When we're doing the Zoot sales, we never
Yeah,
talk
we'll
about
get
the
better at
podcast. And
should-
we just gotta be better at that.
We didn't think anybody cared, so now we know. So appreciate
Now we
it.
know we have listeners. We
Yeah.
have like
Appreciate
all
the
20,
question.
20 people who listen.
20.
Stock, I feel like, has been rising, just to be honest. Like, I feel like it's going up.
Okay, guys. Would athletes ranked 50th to 150th be more competitive if the sport gave them $100,000? For sure. Unless if they decided to spend most of that $100,000 like towards getting better and travel and coaching and recovery things and
Yeah, it'd be like, gosh damn, Formula 3, Formula 2, Formula 1. It's like how all of the progression of most major competitive sports work. You know, you've got AA, baseball, AAA, whatever it is, I think.
I think it would help. I don't think it would help a huge amount, though.
It's still a
the
very small
principles of
amount
what-
given the depth.
What
Is this,
for one thing? 50 to 150th are really good athletes already.
Yeah, it's true.
is it, are all these athletes getting $100,000 or is it 1,000 or is everyone getting $1,000?
If
no, they're all
everybody
getting
gets
100,000.
Everyone's
Yeah.
getting 100,000. Okay.
Okay, that
Someone's
makes
gonna be
sense.
so mad in the comments. Like, that's so unrealistic. Why would they ever give someone $100,000? Like, hey, hypothetical situation here.
hypothetical.
Would
But I
this make them faster?
I think you'd have some people that it helps a fair bit. Like if they don't have if they've never got a good bike fit or aero,
Or
aero
could
game
travel.
stuff they could do, whatnot, or like maybe they're self-coaching and they just hire their dream coach or something. But then some athletes, I don't think it would help at all. Like some of them are pretty much maxing out all the basic. And when it does come down to it, it comes down to consistent training, good training, good quality, decent volume over years. And so
there's
some of them are already doing that,
fast
and
track.
some of them have some equipment things to potentially be able to get that gap. But I don't think it would be like, oh, if you gave them the money, they'd be just as fast as the top 1 to 10. Like, I don't think it would be that huge of a difference.
I think that the question should be if athletes 50 through 150 just trained 35 hours a week, like that would be the key. What are you waiting for, boys? Come on.
Yeah, I think kind of what he's trying to get at here is if everyone in that range, like you eliminated all funding for equipment, so everyone's on the best equipment, everyone has the same amount of time to train.
Yeah, less barriers.
Yeah, you reduce all the barriers with that help, and I think we'd probably see a couple people in there whose like performances are suppressed because of that. And
Well, I got a
some
couple
probably wouldn't
kids.
move at all.
I think that money should go more or less towards collegiate athletes who are showing a lot of promise because those kids can't afford shit. Travel, bikes, gear, nutrition, they don't know anything. And they're the future of our sport who could propel us further. So that money should go to those jumpstart programs.
Yeah.
Well, it's not real money; it's hypothetical. But come on, USAT.
We got to put that money. All right, we got next one.
Okay. Is the pro meeting, like pre-race pro meeting, the best place to debate pro triathlon rules?
No, never. Get out of there. We got to leave that place real quick. Anytime that we're talking about something for like more than 30 seconds, everyone has side conversations. No one's paying attention. And it's just like the biggest distraction ever. It needs to be from Ironman, and we need to go to a forum we need to have like a pro summit and then like,
Yeah, that's the thing.
Talk
I
about
was
it.
just about to say they need to have like a once annual pro meeting that's not for a specific race. It's like, all right, if you have questions or concerns about rules or things we need to do better, let's jump on this call, and then you do it there. Because the reality is the only time we ever all meet up with all the officials there, with the Ironman potentially CEO there, that can actually hear us is at a pre-race meeting. And honestly, a lot of things have happened at those meetings that end up going forward and making a difference.
Well, even at Roth, whatever, last year I think it was, all of a sudden frickin' Laidlow's like, I think we should publish everybody's drafting data. And I feel like they already had it staged because then Felix was like, you know what, you're right. We're kicking down the door. And then now everyone's doing it. And I think those kinds of things actually are really good. So, yes, but I don't think it's the forum to debate on all these little things that you can't really change right then and there.
I think it should be an in-person summit for all the pros. How fun would that be?
How fun would that? We could do it.
It would be so
like an island resort or
like an all-inclusive, like end of the season. We just
is that coming?
TV show.
But does that come out of your $100,000?
Iron Man pays for it.
It's a different $100,000.
And then if you're like ranked 1 through 10, then you get like villas, and then if you're like the rest of us, we get to stay in the Airbnbs that are kind of shared with bunk beds.
Yeah. And if you're not ranked in the top 200, you get a
sleep on the beach.
Okay, guys, what's cleaner, your train, your goggles, or your Instagram explore page?
Are we talking about race chain though?
Everything. I'm clean on all of them. I cleaned up my explore page real good. I don't even have any like cleavage ever on there. It's just cars, bikes. I cleaned that up. Telling you,
I don't spend enough time on Instagram, so that's probably the cleanest part.
I tell you, you watch one pimple popping video on Instagram because it comes up, and that's your entire explore feed is like pimple popping or like pulling out ingrown hairs.
No, the Instagram algorithm is like, oh, you like this one video? Here's 100 more of those. There's
or
no
seals.
Variety.
Harbor seals that are like, and they're like,
anytime that there's like a braless girl running, I just delete the app and I start over. I'm like, you're not gonna get me. I do not want this back in my life. Because they try to sneak in there. You watch it.
All right, guys. This is a compliment. Is it hard being the best triathlon podcast on planet Earth?
Yes.
Oh,
I don't
it
think
takes
it's
a lot of
hard
work
for me because I don't do any of the work.
Same.
Remember these years when it was only me giving a shit about anything? Remember those years? Hey boys, I did this and that, and then you're all too busy. And now
Garrick always edited it. I never did anything.
Yeah,
so
me and frickin' Garrick just trying to get her done.
I'm here, even if it's behind the scenes. I'm here every week.
He is. We
care.
love it. And honestly, our editor Joe, who does the video podcast,
Joe
And he gets stuff up. If you don't follow us on TikTok, you should follow us on TikTok because he gets these clips up so quickly.
Yeah, he nails TikTok. He's the only reason we have TikTok.
Yeah,
basically. You send something to Joe and he has it done in like an hour. And I'm like, the whole recording was an hour. How did you do this?
do that.
And if you need an editor, Star Films. That's 2 R's. Star Films. All right. Thanks for that comment, by the way.
Yeah, we
John.
appreciate you. What are we on for questions? Are we into mine?
No, we're not on yours
them
yet.
in there.
Okay.
But you can if you have a good one.
No, you go ahead. We'll get to me last.
Yeah.
You know those easy gains just came out with like that weird shark fin thing under your swim cap?
Joe Skipper's head looks like a unit.
Yeah. How much would someone have to pay you to wear that?
Nothing. I'll just wear it.
Yeah, I probably would too.
Well, it depends. If they say like, oh, it's allowed, it's fine, and then everyone's wearing it because it's probably faster, then you got to wear it.
It's just
I
like
hope
everything.
that we don't get to that point.
Yeah, honestly,
I
kind of hope they just ban it so we don't have to wear it. If
The way our helmets are. Like, why hasn't there been a helmet created that is just like part
There
of
is
the
one that
human
goes way
body?
up front.
Yeah, one that's like a nose, but then it also contours over your back and like has all kinds of storage in it. Like, why isn't a helmet company just
That
like
shit would be like 18 pounds.
no carbon fiber, man? Like,
I just what a rule that I want to see be implemented is that everyone has to have a round bottle on their down tube when they race.
nope.
I just want to
Define
do it.
round.
Like
Oval,
this. Round.
hexagonal.
I think they've done pretty well with the bike bottle placement rules.
No, I just want to be able to reach a bottle in a safe manner and
go
just have it on my down
In a
shoe. So
safe
if we
manner.
all do it, it's all the same, you know?
Yeah, well, then why don't we all just ride freaking unicycles and go
Why don't we
like
just ride
15 miles an
UCI
hour?
legal
That's-
bikes?
No, don't do that. We don't want to do that.
All right. So I don't think we're wearing the swim cap unless we have to. We'll see the data if that sells out there. Yeah. This is a good one. After like the faster gains, when does it become harder to improve after years of racing? And what does it take to keep moving that needle? Needles themselves, actually, from the
When it gets hard.
from what we've seen people use,
What do you do?
peptides
Use the
and
needle.
EPO.
Just be consistent and have patience. Because once you
Yeah.
get those initial gains, you're into the like long-term mitochondria building and run economy and little small things. You can also look into aerodynamics, learning about your equipment, trying to dial that in. But you will keep getting better for like 10 years if you're just consistent. But it'll be smaller increments. And you might not notice it over like a month anymore, but year to year or 2 years, you might be like, oh, okay, yeah, now my average performance is better than it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, less injury. So injury prevention, anything you can do to put equity there. Also, changing your environment, going to a cool place to train like Cozumel or Mallorca or a training camp, or getting together with your friends. Like keeping it fun keeps you going fast. If you don't like the process, if you're burnt out, if you're fighting with your spouse, if you just can't keep up because you're just trying too hard. And also, don't change something that's been consistently giving you that 1%. Don't look for that greedy 2 to 5% like I did and think that you're just going to change your protocol and you're going to get all better. Just be patient and stick to what you've committed to.
Beauty. Well
Hey,
said.
why'd you cancel out that question?
Because do you want me to ask that question? Okay, this question I think is directed towards Jackson, and it's: does Nick Chase still bleach his bumhole?
Clearing up a rumor. No, that I don't know who wrote that. That is absolutely
Wow,
off
that will
color.
not be answered on this podcast.
Get out of here. All right. Let's answer some quick ones because we're getting.
Okay, so this
Long.
one's for Lisa. FOCO, I assumed, is for, where you live,
Fort Collins.
Fort Collins.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. What's your favorite route to ride?
My favorite route to ride is up.
Wait, they might stalk you and try to
Big-
serial killer you.
You can stalk my Strava. It's all public. Is up Glen Haven, Big Thompson Canyon on your way to Estes Park. But takes about like 90 minutes to get to. So my second favorite place to ride is probably Wrist Canyon. That's where I almost do all my intervals because I feel safe.
Well, you already extended that. We only wanted one, but second
Sorry.
place. I guess.
Sorry.
This is a good one.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Garrick.
Which one? Oh. Okay, so this one comes from Morgan Loewen, whoever that is. And it's, why doesn't Lisa think Garrick should be allowed to train 25 plus hours a week? And can I get that in writing? And so we were editing the pause next to her, and we were editing last week's podcast. And Lisa said, if you finish outside of top 25, why you shouldn't be allowed to train more than 25 hours. And I would just like to say that my worst place finish in a Pro Series race is 25th. So I
you're
didn't think that
allowed
applied to me. Yeah, so I'm allowed to.
Well, don't race Oceanside next year.
I'm just saying, get rid of this BS 30 plus hour training weeks. You're not going to survive in the sport. You're not going to be doing triathlon in 5 years. Get
my
out of here. Get out of here. Do consistently 20 to 25 hours, week in,
So what
week
she's
out.
saying is,
You're not allowed
if
to
you're not
train
good
and get
enough now,
better.
Don't even try.
Yeah, don't even
Quit.
try.
Okay?
I'm just saying, you training 30 plus hours, multiple weeks after weeks after weeks, you're not going to be doing this sport in a couple of years.
Tell
Guaranteed,
that to
because
Christian Belt.
but there's one outlier.
She's
and that's
talking to
him.
Garrick's Achilles, okay? Which has been notoriously raped and broken by
Get out of here.
Okay,
Get
we
out
can
of
move on from this question. It's really
Jackson,
funny.
what questions do you have, Jackson? Because you really got
Yeah.
Well, I put mine up kind of late, and then our good friend over at the Triathlon Hour sent them in. He asked us a bunch of questions, and we're probably not going to get to all of them, but we're going to try a few here. So we've got Europe, Oceania, Americas, and Africas. Rank them easiest to hardest to win a race at. Well, the easier way to do this is hardest to easiest. Hardest is Europe, for sure.
Yeah.
I think Americas would probably be second.
I think easiest would be wherever Australia is.
South America. No, what's it like?
Oceania.
No, what about like the Ecuador,
Africa? You
South
think Africa's
America?
harder than Oceania? I think
He
it would
also
have to go.
totally skipped Asia.
He skipped Asia,
yeah.
but is there even?
Asia's
Well, he only
real
asked for
hot.
these four. I think we're gonna go Oceania third hardest or second easiest, and Africa's easiest is probably the guess.
What?
Although Africa's doesn't have that many races, and then when they do, it's like a big Ironman. So
Yeah, I mean,
Is it just South Africa? What other races are?
These
I don't.
these
I'd
could
have to
be
look at it.
short course races. We're like Conti
Yeah, that's
Cups,
true.
stuff like that.
We're
You
not
think
a
about
short
that?
course podcast.
he actually
America-
didn't even specify. This could be like park runs.
yeah. America's
Oh, yeah.
what, number 2 then, yeah?
Yeah, Europe is hardest for sure.
Friggin' Europe, because everyone can run a 110 there no matter what they do on the bike.
Okay, we're gonna rapid fire some of these. So that's our guess there. Okay, so pick one of these two options. Race at 15 kilograms heavier than your normal weight, but you have 12 good months of training under your belt, or you're at your normal race weight, but you only have 8 weeks of good training. And I'm going to assume like no training before that, like let's say a year with no training.
8 weeks, baby.
8 weeks
30,
race
8
weight?
weeks.
30 pounds heavier. That's a lot.
That couldn't do it.
That's
That'd be
way too
breaking a
much.
femur.
I
Yeah,
feel
I-
like you wouldn't. The reason I hesitate on this is because I feel like you'd be almost the same on the swimming bike. If
Yeah,
it's
it
not
might
a
be a
super
little-
hilly course,
You might
if
be
it's
a little
flat course.
better.
Yeah, it depends on the course. If it's hilly, that's a bit tough.
I think you'd certainly get off the bike faster with the 15 kg extra, and you have amazing training. You've just been eating like a tubby, like you've just been eating pure garbage.
Cubby, I haven't heard that in a while.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think a flat course, it's pretty close. I think if it's a hilly course, you'd want the 8 weeks in the race. But we're talking about 15 kg. Let's not
That's
misinterpret this to
30
the audience.
pounds. That's like 34 pounds.
Yeah.
Too much. Can't do it.
Good training
It's
and a
too
few
much.
extra pounds is obviously way faster than
Yeah.
trying to starve yourself and not training as well. But when you're
I'd-
talking about 30 pounds, that's different.
I say like 10 pounds. Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
But 30's, that's just a jump.
That's a lifestyle.
Okay. Let me see. Order of importance of equipment: helmet, calf sleeves, race tires, oversized pulley, chain wheel, bottles. I think he means for aerodynamics.
Yeah, I was
That
gonna
was
say your
your-
helmet is definitely the safest.
For sure. Helmet, first one.
Helmet,
Race suit.
probably.
I think
The race suit's not on there.
Calf sleeves aren't important. They're pretty near the bottom. Race tires are
Tires are
important.
important. Super
That's
important.
second, probably. Maybe even ahead of helmet if you're comparing the worst tire to the best. It's like
No
close.
way, because like
you have a
can
mountain
save
bike
so
tire
much
on there.
with. Oh yeah, I guess.
Gator skin compared to a race tire is like 20 watts or something crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, but so is a helmet. Like
Yeah, they're both 20. The helmet's more, and then race tires. Oversized
What about
pulleys not
wheels?
that important. Bottles shape not that important.
No, because
Well-
we're all having a round one on the down tube.
no, I don't know. Everything else is really negligible.
Yeah,
Did
definitely
you
the
did you
helmet
rank wheels?
and-
Did you put wheels before tires?
He didn't
Tires
have
before
wheels on
wheels.
there.
Oh,
What?
chain
They're
wheel.
right there.
Chain wheel. What's a chain?
Oh, he meant just chain
No.
as itself, probably wax.
There's a comma.
Friction chain.
comment, wheel.
So yeah,
Chain.
wheels. So helmet, wheel, tires, right?
I'd say tires, wheels. Honestly,
Tires. Then you think like a regular box rim with good tires is still faster than a
it might
deep?
be.
Okay.
All right. Well, you guys can you're allowed
We
to
should test
disagree.
it. We should do some testing.
Somebody's done it. Oversized pulley is not that important, that's for sure. And the bottles, I'm assuming he means the shape of the bottle, probably not that important. Position of the bottle is pretty important, but still not as
Yeah.
important as these other things.
Okay, next one. That was a
Next.
good one.
This is a good one. Okay, Lionel Sanders, Sam Long, or Ari Clow. Pick one to be your coach and why.
Shit.
Lionel Sanders, who and
Sam
Probably-
Long, Ari Clow.
Ari Cloud, because I know him the least, and I already know that I wouldn't want Lionel or Sam.
I actually, well, I'm not to say that Lionel or Sam are dumb, but I actually think Ari's very intelligent.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would go with Ari.
I'd say Ari. I know him pretty well, and he's very smart at this training, and he clearly studies a ton about training and physiology and stuff, and
I
he
feel
knows
like
what he's doing.
I see Ari and I'm like, he's got a calculator in his pocket at all times.
Yeah, he does. It's called a cell phone.
I think I might go with Sam because I think Ari would hurt me because he would make me run too much.
Ooh.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sam, you got to vote. We love them all. So it's
Yeah,
tough-
no, Sam
tough
would have been
choice.
my second, to be honest. Lionel. Well, I mean, they'd all probably do a decent job coaching somebody else. I think Lionel would do a good job coaching somebody else.
I think Sam
Yeah, I
would be a
think they'd all
better
be all right.
coach of a female. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but
Because I don't know. Okay, give us your thoughts on the Easy Hydro Glide. We already talked about that.
Yeah.
Would you ride better off 20 hours a week, nothing above zone 2, or 8 hours per week with all the high zones?
That's so tough because
That's
like
a tough one.
I think the
metabolism is
Ironman
different.
would be better for zone 2 because you can almost get close to Ironman power at top of zone 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially if you do it exclusively.
you're only riding 8 hours, or you're doing all the works, the VO2s, the
Yeah,
thresholds,
only 8 hours.
or you're doing 20 hours only zone 2.
Yes.
Are we talking about 70.3 or Ironman?
Decent.
We're just talking about in
You pick
life.
the race.
I think
for
for
Ironman, the 20 would be better.
Yeah, Ironman
Yeah.
for sure. 20.
I think 8 will be better for 70.3 and under.
I think for
Yeah.
20 hours a week's a lot of
That is
riding.
a
Just
ton.
first off, let's just point that out.
I'm actually starting to second guess because 8 hours, if you do really good quality and you just skip
Yeah.
all the easy shit, that's pretty freaking good. I think that would be better.
I mean, 4 or 5 hour rides a week sounds pretty bad.
I would still lean towards the 20 hours for Ironman, but anything below that, I think 8 hours with zone 3 plus work would be more than enough.
I mean,
It would
most
get you there for sure.
amateur athletes aren't doing over 8 hours a week. They're all
No,
doing
no, no.
like
But
I mean,
that doesn't
he's
mean their
talking
training
pro
is
level, I think.
optimized. Like, this is an either or. It's not,
yeah.
you got to pick one or the other.
But for like an enjoyment,
I think a little bit of
standpoint-
both, and if you periodized it and like,
Okay, next one.
Is it possible to win pro Ironman races on bike setups that's 0.25 CDA or worse anymore?
I don't think so, man. Everyone's positions are so freaking. I looked at everyone's bike positions at Chatty just from like a photographer who got everybody. Everyone's dial. Like,
Yeah. I think not. I think the high end of even like the bigger guys now are probably at like 0.23, and they're not winning. So I'd say no, unless you're like absolutely like just a 6'5" guy and you're at like 0.25 and you have massive power. But I still don't. I don't think.
can I say too? Like, if you're gonna go to the wind tunnel and make some cool changes, like stop telling everybody about it. Stop doing content and posting all your wind tunnel shit. That should be a secret because all I do is copy everything that I see most people do at the wind tunnel. I'm like, that shit looks fast. I'm doing it.
Well, can I say that last week I went over to Ivan O'Gorman's place and we were just playing around with the software called Aero, AIRO, and we tested. It basically just takes pictures of you in your position and makes a 3D model, and it recreates, like, it'll put different helmets on you, so like and
That's
show.
cool. What's coming out of your rear end?
That's like the stack virtual wind tunnel from 10 years ago.
Yeah, but
yeah, they don't do that anymore, eh?
Oh no,
It's I don't know. It was
I
it was
know, that
pretty
was a
cool.
question.
I don't know.
This is I don't know. This stuff is coming back, but I did learn a little bit about helmet choices and that, like, wearing
Yeah.
my Cask Mistral, and who knows if it's like how applicable it is to the real world, but my Cask Mistral in a more relaxed position, like, which is probably more realistic for what I would hold in a triathlon, is like 7 watts faster. But if I can hold super tucked aero, the Rudy Project Wing Dream would be faster. So I'm
Okay.
hoping I can use a Wing Dream for TT Pro Nationals.
Well, we might
When you
have a
try them.
full Rudy Project thing next year. I'm working on that, so we'll see if they want to
man.
take care of us.
Yeah.
Your name was mentioned once, so we'll see. I like this last one because I have a bone to pick about this, and this is, should triathletes scrap VO2 max running from their programs because of increased injury risk? And I almost think it's almost too risky sometimes, because even today I was running those 4x1 milers and my knee started to hurt. And it was only because I was pushing that last little 2 to 3% just to try to get my effort. But honestly, there's really no point sometimes to be running a 5-minute mile if you're racing at a 6-minute 20 mile or something like that. Yeah. I don't know if it's worth it, because I think that's when I see most track athletes get injured, or most triathletes who are on the track get injured, is when they are with a group of people and they're doing a track workout and they're doing 400s and then they just blow a calf or something.
I think if you do strides
are great.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Tempo work. That's all you need.
Or just sub-threshold. You just need to get to that stress level that you can maintain with good quality. But pushing over when you sacrifice the quality, that's when you get injured, and then it's not worth it.
I felt like this question was targeted at me, because in the last year and a half, I've had 3 injuries, and at least 2 of them I think were at least in part caused by a lot of high intensity fast running. That being said, I know that I respond really well to high intensity fast running. So as I do come back into running, and hopefully in a month from now I'm running normally, I'll have to figure out this balance of how do I get that stimulus? And is it just pickups will be good enough and that's all I need, and then threshold's good enough? Or do I need a little bit of VO2? I have been doing, leading into Oceanside, a fair bit of VO2, 1 run a week with at least a solid chunk of the workout being VO2 focused. So I'm wondering, do I just scrap it, or is the response I'm getting from the aerobic side of the high heavy breathing VO2, which I think it might be, in which case maybe I do a lot of the VO2 reps up a little bit of an incline and you're not completely smashing your body as much. And I can still do some pickups on flats where I'm getting the leg speed, and then most of the rest of the work being threshold. That's kind of what I'm thinking. For now, I'm not even close to doing any VO2 work anyways, and that's a long way down the road. But I do think there is more injury risk with it. So people should, and it depends on injury, history and stuff. If you're not injury prone, maybe you're not running that much in a week, and when you're a little ways out from your race, some VO2 work might be fine. But it's
even
definitely
every 2 weeks. You don't have to do it every week. I think you got to think about your training metabolism here when it comes down to it. You're not just focusing on just muscles and effort. You're training the physiology of your body, and that takes time to adapt. So you kind of have to give it some time to adapt.
Yeah.
In most age group, long course age group triathletes, you can get away without doing it.
Without pushing that hard. You can still do fast stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you
Also,
still run faster, but
also there's worth mentioning is that the slower you are, age grouper, middle pack age group or whatnot, your threshold becomes more above your race pace. So for us at the 70.3 level, we're almost at threshold on the run. The really good guys are pretty much at threshold, and that's where I found the benefit of going to VO2, because I'm getting a little bit more of that pace differential. Whereas vast majority of triathletes, if you do some threshold stuff, that's quite a bit faster than your race pace anyway. And any type of higher speed than that is just, it may have some benefit, but the extra benefit's not going to be as much, because you do want some time above race pace, but it doesn't need to be way, way above race pace necessarily.
Lisa, you've been patient.
No, I was just say, what do you guys think about racing a half Ironman with only your longest run of the block was an hour? Do you think that's...
You run at 3-minute Ks.
Is this for a friend?
Is this for you?
I'm asking for a friend.
Are you going to plan to run a 3-hour half marathon? Because in that case, I don't think it's enough.
I think it's enough to be confident you can complete the distance no problem. I don't think you're going to have a run PR.
Yeah.
Oh, dang it. Guys, I'm
also not a fast run course, so you wouldn't expect
on
to
the
run
lever
PR anyway.
We'll find out though.
Yeah. It's going to be a fun experiment. My longest run I've done is an hour once, and I won't do any more long runs before I do Mont Tremblant 70.3.
Jeez.
But you've been biking 20 hours a week, so you'll be fine.
Exactly. I'm not worried about my cardiovascular fitness at all. My biggest fear is that my quads and calves are going to slowly or abruptly implode at about mile 10. And just
You'll be fine. Nah, not going to happen. Okay, one more quick one. We're going to just do one more of these and then we'll be done.
Yeah.
What piece of data do you use most and which piece of data do you think is total BS? Data, power. For me, I would say it's what I base everything on the bike.
I think
for training.
I think FTP versus critical. I think critical power is like the most valuable power metric, not FTP.
What is critical power?
It's like the most sustainable amount of power you can put out versus the maximum 20-minute effort. So it just gives you like a more. It's like it's less than. I can't.
Like
we'll talk about
LT2?
it. Yeah, it's more like that. Not going to kill you, burn you out, but also you can just continue it for forever and still perform really well.
Okay, so that's probably LT2, I would say, roughly. So yeah, that was good. Most BS.
Wait, real quick. It's the highest metabolic rate or power output an athlete can sustain for an extended period of time without a continual accumulation of fatigue. So that's what I was trying to say poorly.
Okay. What's one that's total BS that some people love? There's gotta be one.
Blood lactate, like the only thing ever matters. Like that changes like every day, man. Like
blood glucose level.
no, that's pretty
That one
valuable.
probably matters.
I don't know.
What about
I don't
run
use a
power?
lot of data, so I don't even know which ones are BS. I use heart rate on the bike. Like, I just keep an eye on it. It's interesting. It's like it climbs up throughout each interval. Like, if you pace it right, you figure out your power, you hit your threshold. On the first rep, your heart rate's 150, and the last rep, it's 160. Like, it's interesting to see, but it's nothing.
I think
groundbreaking.
speed is the most BS metric. Speed.
What?
Yes.
The whole thing
Worst
our racing is
ever.
based on.
Speed
Yeah,
and
first one.
Zwift.
Speed is like dependent on so many things. I want the independent variables. Those are the ones I care about. Speed is dependent on the
Training.
Yeah,
But at the same time, I would say for some people who struggle to translate their strength to a race speed, you actually want to try to maximize speed sometimes to like figure out how to hit the undulations. You're good at this already. But some people don't really know how to like where to put their power out to get the most efficiency out of their speed.
It's bullshit. Because people are like, oh man, I held 18 miles an hour. I'm like, I don't give a shit that you held 18 miles an hour. I'm sorry. It doesn't mean anything to me because was it a tailwind? Was it a headwind?
Yeah,
Did you go up?
It's all
3%?
just relative.
Yeah.
I want
Relative to other people.
dependent variables, or independent variables, what I care about.
I like it. Guys, good job.
I think that's the show. I can't continue.
Yeah, that's good. That's the last one that we're gonna get.
I can't even.
We pretty much got to almost all of them. We at least answered a question from everyone. Thank you to people who put their questions in.
That was
Thank
great.
you to Jack Kelly for those 8 questions at the end. And
Jacks were great. I like those questions. Thanks.
he's just
Alright,
trying to
well.
get me to answer his questions now that I'm not on his podcast, so that I can't.
Well, we're not going to pass or smash or grind gears or spin cranks. We'll do that next week, so you got to tune in. We do want to say thank you to those who are starting to support us more and more, which is Training Peaks for sure. You can use RTS26 if you want to save on your premium membership. We'll put that code in the show notes. Also, Pillar Performance, Savage for no sick days on the vitamin C. We'll put that in the show notes also. And then new and improved, we're going to have Silka is coming on board. Great not tire cleaning, great tire sealant, great chain wax, great tools that won't round your bolts. So Silka's going to be on board with us for a little while, and I've really worked hard for that one. It's like taking me 6 months, so you better make sure you appreciate it.
All right. So, guys, I guess that's until next time. Peace. Out.
I got ish to do, flying through the sky in my parachute, dancing on the couch like I'm Tommy Cruise on a one-man mission trying to see it through.